and welcome back. Since we completed the whole downstairs or main level of our home, now I'm starting on the second floor, and the first room is the primary bedroom. Now this bedroom isn't a really big room. It's actually on the smaller side. It's about half the size of the bedroom we had in our previous home, but that's okay because we can still fit our king size bed in here, 2 nightstands and a dresser, so we're good to go. So we took the bed out, we took the mirror off the dresser, and so that I have room to move around in here. We have wallpaper on these walls that I am guessing is from, it could be anywhere from the 1980s to the 1990s. And wallpaper is never fun to take off. It is a very time-consuming process and it's very messy, but it needs to be done. And so I'm going to be doing some painting in here and some rearranging, and I'm really going to make this room shine and look really, really nice. And I just need to get started.
It's a Rittenhouse Emerson Electric intercom. It's on listen right now. I've been listening.
You've been listening. The problem is this is the only one in the whole house. So we're assuming at one point there was...
we know of.
Yeah, we've never...
The neighbors may have the other one.
Yeah, we don't know who has the other one. It's kind of scary.
Been listening.
But it does not appear to be working, and we're going to take it out because it's the only one in the house. So we'll see what's behind here.
Good screw. Okay.
All right. Well,
so somebody already trimmed it off.
They did, and
so instead of fixing the hole...
No, because that would have been too hard.
Oh, well, what are we going to do with this intercom? Well, we have a hole upstairs. Let's just make it look like there was an intercom there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we're just going to have to get a drywall repatch kit and fix this. The first thing I'm going to do is take out these old outdated curtain rods. These were used in the 1980s and 90s for the balloon balances. And then I'm going to take down this blind here. It broke a couple months ago and I tied it up with string because I knew I was going to be working on this room and putting my curtains up. So the date on these blinds is 10/25 of 1999. So that's when these were originally hung. These outlets are very old. They're very old and they have been completely painted over, and I'm having a really hard time even getting the screw out of this so I can take this switch plate cover off. I'm going to have to cut through this paint so that I can get the screw loose on this. This is going to take a little bit of work. It's just painted on here so badly. There we go. I've been working about a half hour now, and this is all that I have gotten done on this paper. I don't know what kind of glue they used. It must be some really like type of super glue. I don't know, but it is just not coming off well. The paper in the downstairs bathroom, I was able to get the top piece came off in just big sheets. And then it was a matter of just getting the paper under it wet and scraping it off. This stuff, I can't get it off, and I'm afraid I'm going to ruin the drywall. So next step, you can paint over wallpaper, and that's what I'm going to do because this will take forever to try to get this off. What you do is you spackle all of the seams and then you paint it. And really, I can't say that I've done it before. I've lived in homes, well actually, okay, our dining room downstairs, if you looked at my dining room video, that had the sponge painting all over it, they painted over top of wallpaper and then I papered over top of that. But you literally could not tell that that had been wallpaper that was painted over because they did a really good job on the seams. And so that's what I'm going to do in here. I just don't think that this is worth my time and effort to try to take this paper off. So we're going to go to plan B. All of my seams have now been spackled and sanded, so now it's the great cleanup. I have to wash everything down and get it ready for my first coat of painting. One of the things that I need to do is on the windows in here, the previous owners, I think they put that plastic on, you know, in the wintertime to help keep the cold out, but these yellow plastic strips were left behind. So I need to peel all of this off on these windows before I start cleaning this room. And I hope that it comes off easily. I don't know. I mean, I have no idea how long this has been on, these windows, but it looks like a really long time. So that the top layer of it came off pretty easily, but it still left another sticky residue underneath that. Plus I have a little pile of what looks like gold dust on my window ledge. I'm going to have to get as much of it off as I can, and then I'm going to have to take some sort of a scrubby that's not too abrasive and just try to scrub to get the remainder of this stuff off. When they installed the mini split in the bedroom, they didn't take the stickers off of any of the pipes. And so I need to go around and just take these stickers off because it's going to greatly improve the appearance of this pipe. Now I understand why they didn't take these stickers off, because they're not really stickers. They're like imprinted right onto the plastic. I mean, it's really hard to describe it. There's no sticker to peel off here. It's like printed right on. So I'm just going to paint right over them because that's really the only choice I have here. Spackling the seams worked really well in some areas and not so great in others. So for instance, this seam here, you can't even see it where I spackled it, and that's because the wallpaper was butted right up to each other, but it didn't overlap at all. So this worked great. This seam, however, as you can see, does not look good because the wallpaper was overlapped slightly. I thought I could just fill in the difference in the gap with spackling, but it really didn't work well. And in the future, what I will do is I will just cut out the existing piece that overlaps between, peel it up, then you can spackle it. So what I'm going to do is, when Rick mixes up the mud, when we have to patch that hole in the drywall where that old intercom system was, he's going to have a lot of left over, and I'm just going to have him swipe this with his knife in a big, large area. And this should cover it and do the trick.
Why do they just didn't use like number 8?
They just liked the number 12.
Yeah, number 12. Besides, where 12 would be the number.
Well, we got the old box out, which is down there on the floor. It was all broken. We were going to put a new box in, but we've got to cut away all this caulk that the previous owners put around the hole because it was loose and wobbly. That was their fix, which really was not a good fix.
I just off to the box.
Yeah, which took like a half hour to get out.
So the part that hooks it to the wall is, unfortunately, it's still hooked to the wall, but I ain't digging it out.
Yeah, geez, we're just gonna put a new box in here. And this is an up-close shot of the electrical outlets. As you can see, they were originally a dark brown color, and Rick thinks that they may be made out of Bakelite. But you can see even down here, these sections are broken, and it had been painted over with white. And oh my gosh, these definitely needed to be switched out. I made these curtains when we lived in our previous home to match the duvet and the pillow shams and all of that. And I ordered material on Amazon to make the whole set. And I actually did a couple of videos on it. You know, if you want to check back, you know, you can find them. The thing is, I was never really happy with the way that these curtains turned out. The reason is, we had much taller ceilings in our previous home, and I had a limited amount of material. And so I just did sort of a pocket, you know, rod pocket here for this, and my favorite is actually tab top, but I didn't have enough material to make the little tabs. But what I want to do now is I want to take these down and I want to rip out the seam, and I want to leave just a little bit of material, maybe an inch on the top, and then do the rod pocket, and it makes them look much more finished. Also, another problem I have is that because the ceilings are so low in this old home, the curtains here are way too long. So I have the material to fix the top, and I'm also going to be doing some serious hemming because I like my curtains to just touch the floor. And here's the difference between the two. Here's the one where I added a 1 inch like little ruffle on the top of the curtain rod. And here is what it looked like before. This is the other window that I haven't done yet. And you can see it just looks, in my opinion, it looks a lot more finished to just have that little 1 inch ruffle at the top. I had this bed crown in our previous home, and what I did is I bought this was a shelf, and I bought it at Hobby Lobby because you can buy bed crowns online, but they were very expensive and way out of my budget, and this shelf was very inexpensive, and it was white, and I left it white because the walls were, you know, this color green, but they went all the way up. But since I painted the wallpaper white, I didn't want the bed crown to be white too because it just, you know, wouldn't look that great. And so I spray painted this in gold, and I think it looks really, really nice. And previously, if you've seen my videos where I did the bedroom renovation in our previous home, what I did is I had like white shears hanging on the back side of this, and then this material that matches the duvet and everything only came across the front section. But again, because the walls are white, I didn't want to do just a white sheer, and so I'm going to use some fabric for the back side and for the front as well. So I haven't tried this yet. I don't know how it's going to look, but hopefully it'll look good. And here's how it turned out, and I think it looks really nice. However, I think that the back panel really should have been in another color. I think that it would really make it stand out better, and I think that traditionally that's how it's done. So at some point in the future I might get a solid green panel or even a solid light blue panel to put in there, because there is a little bit of light blue in this pattern. I think will really help it stand out even more, but for now I think it looks really nice. And how I'm holding the material across the bed frame is just with a few straight pins that you use in sewing, and it's because the headboard is upholstered, I'm able to just tuck a few pins in there and it's holding it right in place. But yes, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. The scarves on the nightstands were originally a perfect square, and I cut them in half, and that's what I used for the back of the bed crown, and I think that it really turned out nice. The artwork in this room, all three pieces, I bought at Salvation Army several years ago now. I absolutely love my two ballerina prints, the Degas. They are so beautiful in here, and the print of the lovely lady with the green background is called Sleepy by Eva Hollier, and I absolutely love that print. Rick and I are very, very pleased with the way that our bedroom makeover turned out. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. And this wraps up today's video, and we look forward to seeing you all soon. Goodbye.